I'm Timothy West, and this is my wife, Prunella Scales.
We're celebrating our golden wedding this year.
Yeah, 50 years. Feels more like 14.
I know.
We might be known as actors,
Basil?
but when we're not treading the boards, it's all hands on deck. Cast off, please.
Aye, sir. We're canal nuts, and we've been pottering around on them nearly all our married life.
With our two boys, Joe and Sam, we've had some of our best times on the canals.
Whenever we get a break, we dash off to our boat.
But we're both getting on a bit now.
I'm going to need some help.
And since we're celebrating 50 years of wedded bliss,
We're determined to make the most of what we love, whilst we still can.
Prue has a slight condition. It's very mild, but it does mean she has difficulty remembering things.
Oh, Tim! I'm so sorry, I didn't cast you off. Well, it can be a nuisance sometimes, but it doesn't stop me remembering how to open a locked gate or make the skipper a cup of tea.
we're going to be revisiting two canals that we know and love.
We're at the summit!
Hooray!
And two canals that are new to us.
Wow, that's astonishing.
It won't all be plain sailing.
Oh, what's the matter with him?
We'll be braving the great British summertime.
I'm soaking.
And some of the most challenging routes on the network.
That is a bit scary.
And we'll be roping in our two boys, just like the old days.
We believe in making our crew work.
Canals reveal a hidden world.
Yes, little light at the end of the tunnel.
Each canal is different, but they all offer this wonderful antidote to the hurry and bustle of modern life. You can't rush on the canal.
Today, we're off to a canal that's close to our hearts, the Kennington Avon in the West Country, affectionately known as the K&A, to all those people who enjoy, live and work on it.
For many years, our own boat was moored on the K&A.
Originally built to link Bristol with London, to transport goods like coal and Bath stone, it was the engineering marvel of its day. It boasts the magnificent Cane Hill flight of locks, a daunting prospect for even the most experienced boaters.
We love it because of its beauty and its history, but also because we were involved in its restoration.
Like so many canals, it was neglected for decades. Virtually derelict, in 1955 it was earmarked for permanent closure.
But at the 11th hour, a campaign was launched to save it. Tim and I were passionate supporters. The battle was finally won, and in 1990, to promote the fully restored canal, we were invited to be the first boat in 42 years to travel the full length of the K&A.
A quarter of a century later, we're back to navigate 21 miles of its most picturesque stretch. Our journey begins in the elegant Georgian city of Bath. But we're leaving the fine buildings and the tourist hordes behind and slipping away through the city's back door.
Oh, there we are.
With our own boat currently moored on the Oxford Canal, we've had to hire one. The Bradbury will be our home for the next few days, but at 67 feet, she's a bit longer than what we're used to.
There we are. What do you think?
She's enormous.
Bed in the stern.
Yes, bed in the stern. Oh, very smart, Lou.
Yeah?
Second double bed. Oh,
Well, that's us.
yes, that's us. It's very smart, isn't it?
Yes, got a shock after hours.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jimmy,
that's
a
really-
telly.
Oh, no, we don't have telly on board.
No.
Crosswords and games.
Yes, conversation.
Reading, yes. Drinks.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? What a view. Oh, magic.
Heading east from Bath, we'll be crossing elegant aqueducts, enjoying stunning countryside, and visiting historic towns.
Before heading to Devizes for a canal-side festival in 4 days' time.
But even before we leave the city, we have to take on the Bath flight. 6 locks that will take us up 65 feet to the top of Bathwick Hill. Following this beautiful waterway, it's easy to forget that it was the M4 of its day. 200 years ago, working boats carried over 360,000 tons of goods a year, along what was then the fastest and safest route across the country. Our first challenge is to leave the wide River Avon and turn left sharply into the canal itself.
Oh God, there's a boat coming through. We're going to try and not hit that boat.
Yes.
Narrow boats can be quite tricky to manoeuvre, especially when meeting another boat head-on.
Nearly there. This was quite difficult, the first lock of the flight, because it's a very difficult entrance to get into, and impossible when there's another boat coming out, which I didn't realise.
It's a ladder this side. It's a bit dodgy. What?
Prue doesn't like steering, so therefore it means that she has to do most of the legwork on the locks, tying up, working the paddles, opening the gates, which she likes doing, and she's very good at it. I do occasionally get a bit nervous, but she doesn't do it unless she's sure.
There we go.
It's easy to forget that Prue is the age she is, when she's so agile, leaping about the locks.
Thank you, darling. I can also steer if necessary.
Once she's run into 2 or 3 things, I think you'll find she'll probably like to hand the job.
Are you trying
No,
to
I'm not
suggest
suggesting that at all. I'm just saying that it's...
I'm a perfectly competent steerswoman.
But the Bath flight of locks are going to keep me busy for a while.
Prue is opening the pedals now that will let the sluices come up and the water flow in.
With the lock chamber now full, our captain can sail her through.
Oh, Tim! Sorry, hold on. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I didn't cast you off. I'm so sorry.
Yes, he can, if the crew has remembered to untie the ropes.
Okay, that's extremely unprofessional. We'd put a rope round the centre bollard, and I got to release it. Never mind.
Prue can be a bit forgetful, and I can be a bit impatient. But we'll need to get our act together. This next lock is the second deepest in the country. It's very tricky to negotiate and needs treating with respect.
It's one of the deepest locks I've ever seen.
It's so deep that it takes 7 million litres of water to fill it.
We've now done 3 of the Bath flight's 6 locks on our own, but then a stroke of luck.
This is very good news. We've got another boat waiting to go through, so they can share with us. Should we go in first?
If you like.
Okay. It's very good in a broad lock to find someone who will come in with you, because if you're on your own, there's a real danger that the boat will get knocked about a bit because of the force of the water.
Hello.
Hello. Just carry on. You can push us over. This is your first time on this canal?
It's our first time on a narrowboat. So,
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, it was a spur-of-the-moment holiday decision, really.
Successful so far?
Yeah, no major dramas.
Good. It's only common sense, really, isn't it?
Seems to be, yeah.
I let my wife do the difficult work. She's up there winding away.
Prue,
Hello.
will I help you through the next one?
Oh,
Want to do
lovely.
one
Brilliant.
side?
Thank you so much. people are terribly friendly on the canals, and there's a very nice feeling about it. I think it's something to do with life at 4 miles an hour, you know. It attracts people who like that rhythm of life.
And with the help of the nice Australians, we soon reached the top of the flight.
It's so much easier when you've got 2 boats going up. Of course, the other thing is it saves water. I mean, it's like 2 people in a bath. I mean, we don't do that, but if we did, we'd save a lot of water, wouldn't we?
Travelling the country's canals, you get to see Britain from a unique perspective. For instance, Bath has millions of visitors a year, and yet most of them will never experience one of its hidden gems.
We're just coming to the Sydney Gardens, which is one of the great treasures of the canal.
For Georgian Bath's fashionable society, Sydney Gardens was the place to be seen. And the canal takes us on an exclusive route right through the middle.
Oh, hello, lovely to see you.
Local historian and author Kirsten Elliott has offered to show us round.
So this is Sydney Gardens, still, as you can see, a park, but it opened in 1795 as a Georgian fantasy garden, really, where the great and the good could come. Jane Austen certainly came here, and there was a labyrinth, there was a mock castle, there would be firework displays, all sorts of things going on. And when they were building the canal, they wanted to cut through Sydney Gardens, and the proprietors of Sydney Gardens demanded 2,000 guineas, which we're talking about nearly £250,000 in today's terms. And they paid it because their only other alternative was a very long tunnel.
Today, there's a gate for us to get into the garden, but back in Georgian times, the grounds would have been completely off limits.
Bath's high society promenading through the gardens didn't want to rub shoulders with grubby canal folk covered in coal and stone dust.
The whole idea was that the working classes and the wealthy classes should be kept separate.
Quite right. So you've got colliers that side, ladies with parasols this side, not talking to each other.
That's exactly the case, yes.
Not to despoil the garden's atmosphere of genteel decorum, the Canal Company were forced to make this stretch of canal look as elegant as the gardens themselves.
But even so, the working classes still left their mark.
These are the rope marks, you know, that the motive power of the horses coming through, and here are their rope marks. But one of the things that the garden proprietors had demanded were ornamental features on the canal, and up here you can see there's the bust of a young lady. Now on the other tunnel you'll see the bust of an elderly gentleman. And what it's believed is the old gentleman is old Father Thames and she is Sabrina, Spirit of the Severn. Because of course ultimately it joined the Thames and the Severn.
It's a 7-mile journey through the outskirts of Bath before we reach open countryside, where we will moor up for the night near the village of Claverton.
We're heading for Claverton, and we'll find a nice mooring. Can't remember if there's a pub.
No, I can't.
If there is, we'll find it. Otherwise, we'll just open a bottle of wine and have a nice dinner.
Passing through Bathampton now, there are still lots of people about, enjoying the evening sun.
Do I know where we're going or why we're going there? Well, sometimes I do. And sometimes I just want to watch the countryside slide by.
Prue has this condition, it's a sort of Alzheimer's, but it isn't. It's quite mild, but she can't remember things very well. But you don't have to remember things on the canal because you can just keep your mind absolutely vacant and enjoy things as they happen and as you see them. So it's perfect for her, really. When you think back over a long period and you think, well, this person that I loved and enjoyed this and that and the other together doesn't really exist anymore. It's another person. That's quite painful. But you mustn't think like that. You must just take it from day to day, and you just notice how much she's able to do and how much she enjoys life.
I certainly do enjoy life, and I can still perform my duties as crew.
Sense of humour is still there. There's still the same things make her laugh, and we have a lot of fun. Yes, she's just growing old and in a certain area more quickly than either of us would like, but we're very lucky, really.
There you go. There's your tea.
It means we make sure we make the most of our time together, doing the things that we love.
That all right?
Yep. Right. Drinks.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
24 years on, and it's great to be back on the K&A.
Early morning, somewhere on a canal in deepest Somerset. And it's time to enjoy the simple things in life, like scrambled eggs on toast.
Excellent scrambled eggs. Well done. I slept very well.
Oh, I'm glad about that.
Oh, sorry, no, you didn't, did you?
Well, I spent most of the night going backwards and forwards to the fuse box. I mean, it's bad news when you can't go to the loo in pitch darkness, and it can be bad news for the floor. I hope it wasn't too bad, but...
No, darling, no. Very good aim. Very good aim indeed.
Oh, thank you.
Now we've cleared that up, so to speak, it's time to explore. Nestling among the trees, the canal feels like it's always belonged here, but of course it's only 200 years old and man-made.
Running nearly 50 feet above the unnavigable River Avon, the canal needs to be continually topped up with water from the river below. Which is why its designer Charles Rennie built a series of pumping stations, like this one at Claverton. Hidden in what looks like an old mill is the ultimate example of Georgian green technology. Using only water power, it can pump 100,000 gallons an hour up from the river into the canal. It started operation back in 1813, the same year that Jane Austen published Pride and Prejudice.
Hello, Pete.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see
Nice
you.
to see you again.
Peter Dunn is leader of its restoration team. After 2 centuries, the pump's water wheel is in need of some TLC. And just as it was when the canal was first restored, it's volunteers who are taking on the task.
We are fitting the supports for the boards that turn the water wheel. These are what we call float boards. They hold the water in the wheel while it's turning.
And some of those were broken.
Some of those were breaking, yes. And this is the broken piece.
Ooh.
As you can see, it's broken off.
Yeah.
So we've had to produce these new ones. A lot of work
They're beautiful.
involved. Yes, they're
Aren't
lovely
they?
craftsmanship, lovely piece of timber.
Lovely. Brilliant to get guys who know how to do it now.
Well, yes, these are all very practical people, and there's a lot of knowledge within the group, and we have very good archive as well. As more and more timber goes on it, you think, well, we are making good progress.
And
Quite
it will then
grateful.
function, will it?
It will perform its original duty again, yes. The electricity costs of pumping water into the canal now are horrendous, as you can imagine. So to be able to put a little bit of water in the canal with this green system
Yes.
from the 19th century will be very nice, very desirable to do again.
It's wonderful because it's sort of self-perpetuating, isn't it? The river drives the mill, which drives the pump, which lifts the river. It's green, it's not causing any pollution, and it's 200 years old. Not bad.
We're headed east towards Lempley Stoke, travelling through the unspoilt Somerset countryside before reaching Bradford-on-Avon, where we'll moor up for our second night on the canal.
Heron.
Oh yes, there he is. You see fantastic bird life. I think the canal network is magic, it's unique. Of course, at one time it was a crucial commercial network, you know, for the delivery of goods and so on. Well, now most things go by rail or road. The canal isn't commercially used, but as a leisure activity, it's absolutely wonderful.
But it was so nearly a very different story. Competition from the railways in 1841 began the slow death of the K&A. By the 1950s, it was in a dreadful state. In parts, it had run completely dry and was on the brink of permanent closure.
But then a dedicated band of enthusiasts stepped in to save the canal. It seemed like an impossible dream when they started, but gradually, bit by bit, the K&A was saved.
It was the most extraordinary achievement, nearly all done by volunteers, Boy Scouts, prisoners, servicemen.
We helped with the publicity and fundraising, and we got stuck in too.
Remember, we pulled out 80 supermarket trolleys, didn't we, from a half-mile stretch.
And of course, we were the first boat to travel the full length of the K&A when it was first reopened, and it was very different then. Still rough round the edges.
We went over a car, didn't we, a Ford Escort somewhere.
Back in 1990, we were lone travellers on the canal. 24 years later, and a lot of things have changed, for us and the K&A.
Now it's flourishing, isn't it?
It is flourishing now,
Yes,
yeah, thank God.
Canal boating is physically demanding, so Prue's below deck taking a well-earned nap. But the skipper is always on duty. Fortunately, this next section is lock-free, thanks to two masterpieces of canal architecture, designed by its chief engineer, John Rennie.
We're coming up to the Dundas Aqueduct now, but it's getting very full of people and boats and cyclists, of course. I think we shall to navigate our way rather carefully.
Opened in 1805, this elegant aqueduct is considered to be Rennie's finest work. Over 2 centuries later, Dundas is still carrying canal boats across the River Avon and is a magnet for holidaymakers.
Hello. What? I love one. We can't stop, unfortunately, but we enjoy. They look delicious. It's a beautiful spot and an amazing piece of architecture and engineering. It's one of John Rennie's masterpieces. It's best seen actually from below, although it is wonderful to look down to the railway and the river and everything and see how far up we are.
Built of Bath stone in the neoclassical style, it might be a scheduled ancient monument, but like much of the canal, it still suffered decades of neglect. The transformation it's undergone is incredible.
It's wonderful to see. This is a great tourist attraction, isn't it? Loads and loads of people coming with picnics and music and boats and hampers and bicycles to look at an aqueduct. It's all right, isn't it?
3 miles further on is another of Rennie's elegant aqueducts, the 330-foot-long Avon Cliff. And for what I remember, there's quite a tight turn into it.
Look out, Timmy. Look out, Timmy, you're going to hit the... Ah! What's the matter with him? Timmy? It's not like you.
very difficult to judge a turn like that when you've got a boat as long as this.
That's my excuse anyway.
Fortunately, before the skipper can do any more damage, we arrive at the historic market town of Bradford-on-Avon.
Thanks to its riverside location, it was already a prosperous town, and the arrival of the canal brought not only more trade, but also its first-day trippers. In 1833, a passenger express was started between here and Bath. It took up to 40 passengers who were entertained en route by a string band. Now that could be worth reviving.
Being a hot and sunny bank holiday, the World and his wife have descended upon the town's canal-side hostelries.
Is there anything I can get you? Cold drinks?
Cold drinks would be lovely. An
Ice
ice
cream?
cream. Yeah, what a good idea.
One man who is definitely not moaning about the crowds is Dick Barrow. He and his wife opened their cafe the same year the restoration of this canal was completed.
Lovely.
There we are.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So you opened up just before we did our trip, which was the first...
You were here for the opening in 1990.
Yeah, that's right.
And yes, 23 years on, still
There you
here.
are.
Great.
Well, great place to be. And it's wonderful to see so many people, isn't it?
I mean, back in 1990, I mean, you could have quite easily sat down on a bank holiday Monday on the middle of the towpath and not been run over.
No.
I mean, to be fair, on a day like today, it's a bit like the M25, isn't it? The towpath is absolutely solid. So, yeah, this could be quite a lively spot. We have a bit of canal rage out here sometimes.
Positioned next to one of the busiest locks in the country, the Lock Inn is an ideal spot for gongoozling.
A gongoozeler being one who stands on the towpath or at a lock and stares at canal boats. When you occasionally run into a spot of bother, there's nothing worse than being gawped at by a crowd of gongoozlers.
Darling, that never happens to you. Well, hardly ever.
Along with boats and gongoozlers, a whole service industry has sprung up since the K&A was restored, bringing in £45 million worth of business a year. The canal supports 1,300 jobs. In fact, it's busier now than it was during the Industrial Revolution. There are lots of boat companies, bike hire companies and marinas. So far, though, there is only one floating hair salon.
And after a couple of days working the locks, my hair is in need of a little TLC.
Hello there.
Hello,
How
good
are you?
morning.
Nice to meet you. Please come in.
Nicola has been snipping away at both boater and gongoozler's hair since 2008. Today, I'm getting a shampoo and set.
How is it business-wise having a salon on the canal?
Very busy.
Oh, good.
Very
Well,
busy.
yes.
I've been doing it for 5 years now.
Yes.
And people really enjoy coming here because it's something different. It's totally unique.
Yes.
And it caters for everybody, really.
Yeah.
You know, dog walkers, cyclists, anybody that uses a towpath. But it's nice, you get to meet all sorts of different people from all walks of life as well. I think more so than you do in a high street salon, probably.
Well, that's the lovely thing about the canal itself. I mean, we've had a boat for 30 or 40 years now, I
Yes.
think, you know.
So you must have travelled a fair amount of the system in the last 40
Yes,
years.
I think
you?
we've done nearly all the network one way or
Have
another.
you?
Yes. It's a wonderful way of seeing England from
It
the
really is,
backside,
isn't it?
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll take this one off you.
Thank
There
you
you go
very
then,
much.
Prue.
Lovely, thank you. That's smashing. Thank you so much.
You're
That's
welcome. It's lovely to meet you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much.
You're
indeed.
welcome.
That's better.
I'm very grateful for Nicola. Crew morale is extremely important.
Isn't she good?
Yeah, very good. Excellent. Are you pleased?
Yes, very.
Yes, I am.
With the crew newly coiffured, it's time for us to strike out across the Wiltshire countryside towards Cane Hill. Altogether, we face the daunting prospect of 36 locks before we make it to our final destination, Devizes.
We've got a little way to go, but we should get to the foot of the Cane Hill site this evening, and then perhaps go up in the morning.
But before we can leave Bradford-on-Avon, there's more work for the crew.
Occasionally I'm reminded that I'm not quite as young as I was.
I'm going to need some help. No, coming. It's okay.
But I'm not ready to hang up my windlass yet.
Once you can get your back onto it, it's all right.
We've teamed up with another boat, which gives us a snug fit, allowing Prue to let the water flow in nice and quickly, giving the gongoozlers a good show.
Afternoon, gents.
Hello.
Where are we going to today, then?
Well, we're hoping to get to Devizes.
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to apologise to you on behalf of Canal and River Trust because there's a problem with the top lock gate at Devizes Flight of Cane Hill.
So the whole
There's been
flight's
some damage,
snowed
I'm
up,
afraid.
yeah.
Yes, there's a boat lifted the top gate out, and unfortunately the gate is actually hanging, and they've taken some brickwork and concrete out on the side. You can go as far as the bottom of the flight anyway, so that'll be about as far as you can get at the moment. Okay.
Good to meet you anyway.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
This is seriously bad news. 10 miles further on from here is the famous Cane Hill flight. 16 locks in a row that we have to negotiate to reach our final destination. But a careless boater has managed to rip a gate off one of the locks. Consequently, at this moment, we have no way of finishing our journey.
We are halfway through our journey from Bath to Devizes. To reach our final destination, we have to negotiate the locks at Cane Hill. But there's a problem.
The whole flight is closed, with a bottleneck of boats, presumably, at both ends.
The chances of fixing it by the time we get there seem pretty slight. We can only travel on in hope. Leaving Bradford-on-Avon behind, we'll pass through Trowbridge, then strike out into open countryside before mooring up for the night near the hamlet of Seine Cleeve.
Living and working in London, we needed a refuge in the countryside, and canals have given us that for nearly 40 years now.
For me, it was another life when we first borrowed a boat and went on the canals, you know. It's like a home or a flat, you know, when I'm cooking, and we've got a lovely double bed, and the scenery, of course, is amazing. Much more interesting than the South Circular, which is what we see from our London house. And to have a boat and be able to live on her when we're working away from London, it's been wonderful.
Since we started canal boating, more and more people have discovered its appeal.
150 years ago, the canal network would have been full of number ones, as they were called. Boat owner-operators and their families, who lived and worked on the canals, ferrying goods up and down the country. Barge folk were a breed apart, marrying within their community and developing a distinct culture that lasted into the late 1950s. Now a new community is springing up. The liverboards, people who've chosen to live permanently afloat. Holly and Stuart are reviving an old canal tradition.
It's great what you've done.
It's a very sexy sofa, isn't it?
Yeah, you do tend to sink into it. Yeah.
So was this your first boat, or do you have
Yeah, just got it in my head one day that I wanted to buy a boat. Coming on the canal is stepping back in time, and that's why I wanted to get a boat.
Yes.
Because I wanted that old-fashioned, you know, the good life.
With busy working lives and bringing up children, we only ever had time for short breaks on the canals. But for a young couple like Holly and Stuart, I can see the attraction of setting up home on a narrow boat. Buying a flat with a setting like this would cost an absolute fortune.
So, why have you chosen this life?
Well, I grew up in Wales, so I was really close to the Montgomeryshire canals.
Oh, right, yes.
So from there I got to see, you know, quite a lot of it, and yeah, it's an ideal way of life.
Yeah.
I love the fact that if you get bored of your view, you can move on.
Yeah, if you get bored, just can
I like the
move on
tranquility. I love waking up in the morning to the ducks quacking away.
Yes.
Part of it is just mooring up in ever more fantastic spots.
Yes.
Cheers. Cheers.
To narrow boating.
Absolutely.
Indeed, yes.
Holly and Stuart clearly have fallen in love with canal life, just like we did when we were young.
It's a life that wouldn't be possible without the people who battled to save the K&A all those years ago. We're pushing on towards Devizes, but we still don't know if the Cane Hill flight will be possible when we get there.
But there are plenty of working locks to negotiate before then.
Oh, bloody hell, I can't get up here.
Prue physically is still pretty agile. She leaps around, but I'm beginning to feel quite anxious.
Oh, well done.
I've probably got a little bit more energy than he has. I'm probably a bit fitter. I was trained by the most wonderful movement teacher called Litz Pisk at drama school, so I'm quite fit. And yes, poor old Tim, if he has to learn a dance, it's big, it's trouble.
Opening a lock doesn't require brute force, just a little gentle persuasion.
Oh, no, it's moving. Tim?
Won't yet, I don't think.
It is!
Oh, all right, yes, OK. Yes, beg your pardon.
My great strength. Naughty old lockkeeper said to me once, they give a little sort of groan when they're ready, like a woman when she's ready. And then they're ready to open.
Canal history is my thing, whilst Prue loves the flora and fauna. Her memory may fail her occasionally, but she's still as enthusiastic about nature as she ever was. And shortly we'll be stopping off at one of the Kennet and Avon's unique habitats.
Giles Wood is accessible only by canal or by foot, and our guide is Amy, the Kennet and Avon's own naturalist.
So if we look over here, we've got a wayfaring tree.
I've never seen one.
Well, these actually used to be very, very common throughout the UK. But you can see really lovely berries. And they used to be used for a pigment in inks.
Every colour. Green, yellow,
Gorgeous, yeah.
black, red. Extraordinary.
If we carry on down here, you can see a lovely canopy of oak trees. Yes. And you'll see these very peculiar growths on the tree at this time of year.
Oh.
And you can see how this acorn has changed into a very bizarre, almost like something out of a science fiction film.
I saw one. I thought it was a special kind of acorn. It's a disease. Look at it.
You're welcome to pick it. They're actually caused by a parasitic wasp. And the female has something, it looks like a sting, she injects the plant and lays her eggs. And the larvae hatch inside the tissue, and as they start to feed, this causes a reaction in the plant, like cancer cells.
Yes.
And they begin to multiply around the creature. And it forms this beautiful defensive barrier against predators such as birds and anything else that would like to eat them.
It doesn't kill the tree?
Not at all.
Well, you learn something every day.
You do.
Sometimes two things, you know.
It might look like it was created by nature, but only 20 years ago this spot was open fields. Then along came Freddie Giles, who, inspired by boyhood memories of playing in the woods, decided to plant his own.
Congratulations, Fred. It's a wonderful wood.
Wonderful, isn't it? It's been wonderful living by the side of the canal. We've lived 27 years here now.
Right.
We came here when I was about to retire, and I found this place tucked away, and it's just a paradise of nice people who walk, who cycle, and so I'm very happy in my skin living here. And so many people going by enjoying themselves. But it's always the women that seem to have to open bridges.
It's simply because men are better at steering.
Rubbish! What can I hit this man with? Give me a double hand.
For me, this is what canal travel is all about, making new friends and enjoying the tranquility of the countryside.
Well, let's hope that tomorrow we can complete our journey and make it to the festival at Devizes.
It's the morning of our final day on the canal.
We're off to Devizes now, or we hope we are. There's a carnival at Devizes tonight, and that'd be nice to get there. Whether we actually achieve it, the top of the Cane Hill flight, who knows, in the lap of the gods.
We've travelled from Bath to Bradford-on-Avon and beyond, over aqueducts and through dozens of locks, but we have one more obstacle to overcome before we reach our final destination.
We're just arriving at Fox Hangers, at the foot of the Cane Hill flight.
And there's good news about the broken lock. It's all working now, which is miraculous, and they've done a terrific job in getting it repaired in time. Built 2 centuries ago, the Cane Hill flight is a half-mile staircase of 16 locks, and was an engineering triumph. Much of the hard labour needed to build it was provided by Irish navvies. After the K&A closed, the Cane Hill flight was left derelict and abandoned. But now it's become one of the great achievements of the canal's restoration. In 1990, we were the first boat to go up the restored flight, and it would have been a tragedy if we'd not been able to climb the flight today, for what might, I suppose, be the last time.
Hello, are you going up the whole flight? Yes. Oh, good. So can we share with you? Yes, we can. Great. So that's good. We've got some people to share, and they're going all the way up. That's great news.
The flight is a real challenge for crews. Last time it took us 4.5 hours, and we were a lot younger. So it's great to have some extra help. Prue will certainly appreciate it.
Welcome to Cane Hill Locks.
I'm just really glad that we're able to do it with the closure that there has been.
The first few locks up seemed to go well. Both boats seem happy in their shared endeavour. When we approach the actual flight, our companions meet some chums and decide to carry on up with them instead.
We've been jilted, but there we are. These things happen. So, just Prue and me now. We're going to be on our own, which means it's going to be quite hard work.
Well, we're going up the Cane Hill flight, 16 locks. We were with another boat, which halves the work, but never mind. Well, keeps you fit.
Hurrah! The age of chivalry is not dead.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Prue, go ahead and do the next one.
Another 5 or 6 locks before we get to Devizes, and I'm got to do it all on my own. Otherwise, fine.
Taking on the Cane Hill lock single-handed is no mean feat for anyone. I'm very proud of Prue.
You need one more person, really, because somebody's got to keep control of the boat like I'm doing now. Then it's a lot for the other person to do, all the paddles and the gates.
I've had news from a passing boat that someone rather interesting is heading our way.
Ahead of us now, coming down the hill, is the boat that apparently caused the accident. Had a good holiday?
Apart from one rather eventful episode, yes.
Oh dear.
So out disproportionate to what happened.
Yeah. Oh,
they only lifted about 2 inches, went down, and then just flopped forward. Well, it makes you feel absolutely awful because of all the people that have been inconvenienced. You just feel absolutely terrible about it, you know?
Poor sod. Oh well. Could happen to anybody.
Despite having to tackle the flight virtually on our own, we've made it up Cane Hill. In around 5 hours, we've climbed over 150 feet, and Prue has opened and shut 16 locks.
Well, congratulations.
Oh.
We reached the top.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, you can see
Well
how
done.
far it is.
Well done us, yes.
It's wonderful to see all the boats here today enjoying the canal. And I'm remembering that it was nearly a quarter of a century ago when we last came up the Cane Hill flight.
See this?
The K&A.
Kenneth and Avon Canal, 1794 to 1994.
Oh, that's lovely. It's our canal, isn't it, really? Oh, it's
quite an achievement.
rather moving.
carnival time.
Yes.
And thanks to Prue's stamina, we've made it.
It's in full swing now, Tim. It's almost as if the people of Devizes have turned out to welcome us in.
Well done.
Here we are.
We're both definitely in need of a tipple. And what could be more appropriate than a pint of K&A beer? Not made from canal water, they assure me.
Cheers, everybody. Well, here we are. We've finished our journey, and it's been wonderful, hasn't it?
Yes,
we've had a great time. And as you can see, this canal has a wonderful life of its own, I think, which is very special.
It's hard to believe that this canal was once totally derelict. But even at its darkest hour, it was never unloved. And on this trip, we've come to realize that the dedicated band of people who saved the K&A were restoring more than just a canal. They were bringing back a way of life. A way of life that is clearly more vibrant than ever before. Next week, a canal that's totally new to us.
We navigate the deepest lock
I can't reach.
and the longest tunnel.
Makes me feel as if I've died.
In a tough and demanding journey.
Oh, gosh. Well, what's happened over there?
If you've been affected by the issues featured in this programme, there's support available at channel4.com/support. And next tonight, we see how the families and their new bundles of joy are getting on. One born, what happened next is on the way on War 4.